What? It's loading right now. No, we don't. BIOSHOCK might be acting weird. I may have to go in and change some settings because it's going to start to piss me off. Okay, well, oh, thank God. The autosave. Okay, who's all back? Okay, again, welcome back to the stream. Let's try not to do anything. Okay.
Spear's coming up now.
Looks like you guys get to watch the guy get killed.
Get a move on.
Don't hurt me.
Is it someone new?
He's crazy.
Would you kindly pick up that shortwave radio?
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive.
What's up, Atlas?
Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get you to higher ground. Take a deep breath and step out of the bathysphere. I won't leave you twisting in the wind.
Let's do this again without losing everything. Oh. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Remind me, I'm looking up. I found a cool website that has a million different quizzes, like different things, from like craziness to everything. It's actually kind of a cool website. Let's do Nintendo trivia. Okay, so question 1. What year was Nintendo founded? That's question 1. You'll type it and put it in the thing.
We're gonna need to draw her out of hiding, but you're gonna have to trust me. Just a bit further. How do you like that, sister? something. Bloody splicer sealed Johnny in before they... Goddamn splicers.
Is that your final answer? 1889? Okay, next question. Who founded Nintendo?
Come back! Please!
My daddy's smarter than Einstein, stronger than Hercules, and like a fire with a snap on his finger. Are you as good as my daddy, mister? Not if you don't visit the Gatherer's Garden, you aren't. Your daddy gets light at the garden.
Who founded Nintendo? Oh no. Oh, yeah. What does the name Nintendo mean? Oopsie. Welcome to Rapture. Opportunity waits. Oh, that was absolutely creepy. Look at this. Oh, I don't like needles. Oh no. Oh god.
Steady now. Your genetic code is being rewritten. Just hold on and everything will be fine.
Why did I do this? Yep. Now I'm a zombie.
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped. Wonder if he's still got some Adam on him. Let's buck. Weak! You're a weak chopper. This little fish ain't worth towing it with no big daddy. Yellow! Always have been. You'll be no better off with a metal daddy, little fish. See you floating, right?
Oh no. Oh, okay. Oh, there's Big Daddy. Big Daddy.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute, he's still breathing. It's alright. I know he'll be an angel soon.
It's Big Daddy. I swear that one reminds me of my kid, Mackenzie. With a big ass needle walking around.
You alright, boyo? First time plasma is a real kick from a mule. But there's nothing like a fistful of lightning now, is there?
Ooh. Okay, so the third question was, what was Nintendo's original product? Big Daddy. Oh. You know, I'm not really sure that I'm done up here. Whatever. Didn't want that. He throws away bad needles. There we go. 20 cards, huh? Okay, when did Nintendo release its first console? Yeah. When did Nintendo release its first console?
Splicer! Give him the combo. Zap him, then whack him. 1-2 punch. Remember, the 1-2 punch!
Don't fucking...
Yeah.
I can control myself. I can.
Whack. 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 What'd you get? Come here. Whack. 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 And whack. Whack. Oh yeah. What's this guy doing? It's a corpse? Why are you a corpse, bro? Whack! That's what you get for being a corpse. At least you got the thing. Okay, so the question was, when did Nintendo release its first console? Okay, you got that. Okay. When was the Nintendo NES released? Whack. Whack. Oh, in case you missed, let me whack you guys. Whack. Oh no! Some cigarettes? Oh no, I shouldn't have smoked those cigarettes. Whack.
Tell Ryan I'm sorry. No, I won't do it again. No.
Well, that wasn't nice.
Leave me alone. Always sent the best. You call that gratitude?
Okay, who is Nintendo's mascot?
I've got a family. I need to get them out of here. But the splicers have cut me off from them. If you can reach them in Neptune's bounty, then maybe, just maybe... I know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now, but you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty. Find my family, please.
There's some woman's.
Be there to save me. Mom's gone.
That's creepy.
Too. Wait. This is happening before and none. Why aren't you here? Why is it today and not then when you were warm and sweet? Why can't Mommy hold you to her breast?
When was the
feel your
Nintendo
teeth?
Game Boy released?
Oh, no. Baby and me! Baby and me! Come on!
Whack! Whack, whack, whack.
Plasma's changed everything. They destroyed our bodies, our minds. We couldn't handle it.
Oh.
Best friends butchering one another.
Oh,
Babies strangled in cribs. The whole city went to hell.
Okay, well now I got one more for you. What year was Nintendo 64 released?
I'll do what I want. It's my Adam. I earned it.
Yo, open up!
Alright, so let's see. Let's see how many you got right. That's a quiz. Okay, the first Nintendo was founded 1889. You said playing cards, but it was Honda playing cards. 1975. Okay, so which game gave Nintendo international recognition in 1981?
If I didn't care, honey child, more than words can say. If I didn't care, would I feel this way?
Oh, look at this guy.
Darling, if this isn't love, then why do I thrill so much? And what is it that makes my head go round and round, while my heart just stands still so much?
I didn't pay. Would it be the same? Would my every prayer begin and end with just your name? And would I be sure that this is love beyond compare?
This is our hut. Me and Brenda. He's running, Brenda!
Hey, Charlie! Charlie, where you going? No, Charlie! Don't make it double!
Oh, you got a gun! You crazy witch. That's what you get for shooting me with a freaking gun. You understand, ma'am? Don't take this. Yeah. And of course you got nothing.
If you spot a splicer in the water, hit him with the electrobolt.
Extra crispy. All you have is money? Pretty sure this is liquor. That's vodka. What I should be drinking in this city?
Another New Year's, another night alone. I'm out and you're stuck in Hephaestus, working. Huh. Imagine my surprise. Oh, I guess I'll have another drink. Here's a toast to Diane McClintock, silliest girl in Rapture. Silly enough to fall in love with Andrew Ryan. Silly enough. What happened? I'm bleeding. Oh God. What's happening?
Pick up the money. Pick up the hypo. Smack the whiskey. Okay, so the other question is, what was the first game to use the Super FX chip? I know it because I am not smoking no dick time. No. No, cigarettes are bad. What's this? More cigarettes. Bad cigarettes. Oh, you got some bullets, huh? Yeah, that's what you get. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, buddy. Just want your money. And I beat ya like a redhead stepchild. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Look at all this money. First. Oh, whatever. Dames and gents. You have to pay to use a toilet?
Careful now. Would you kindly lower that weapon for a minute?
What is she doing?
You think that's a child down there? Don't be fooled. She's a little sister now. Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster. Whatever you thought about right and wrong on the surface, well, that don't count for much down in Rapture. Those little sisters, they carry Adam, the genetic material that keeps the wheels of Rapture turning. Everybody wants it, everybody needs it.
That's what you get. You unlocked an episode of the director's contract. Play it now. Well, let's play it now.
Hey, I'm Jeff Keighley here in Boston to go behind the scenes to hear some untold stories about the making of BioShock with Ken Levine and Sean Robertson. Let's talk a bit about the theme and setting of BioShock Rapture. I think a lot of people, when they played the game for the first time, Ken, they wondered, how did you even dream up this place? And I know you said publicly before that part of the reason you sort of, what led you to this idea of fully simulating a place. Tell us about that sort of idea and the frustrations you had with other games where you sort of hit a bound.
I think our philosophy was always to do what we were doing 100% rather than try to do something bigger and do it 50% or 40%. So one of the ideas of, and this sort of came from System Shock 2 as well, where you focus on an area that you can really bring to life and you kind of eliminate the questions of, well, why can't I go over the bridge to New Jersey? So we were able to really make a place, I think, that felt believable and real, even though in actuality it was really quite limited. But we just sort of dressed it with all these buildings outside that were all, basically glorified fakes. We let the story drive what we needed to show rather than some kind of like predetermined map which we sat down, which is a little different than like System Shock 2, where we actually mapped a spaceship out deck by deck.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the philosophy felt a little different there, because you want to feel like a real spaceship that was sort of stacked on top of each other. Rapture was free to sprawl across the ocean floor.
Although you guys originally, John, were talking about doing this game on a sort of spaceship again, right?
Yeah, when we first started talking about what the spiritual successor to System Shock 2 was going to be, Spaceship came up, but again, we wanted a limited environment, and we didn't necessarily want to do Spaceship again. And our first actual exploration of this space was underwater, but ultimately ended up looking like a spaceship. It just happened to have a couple of seaweed fronds outside. And that started to push us towards what artistic statement that we wanted to make this look different, and what rules we were going to set for the world. How at every turn we were going to try to remind the player that they were in fact underwater and that this wasn't a spaceship.
And how, like, underwater, we obviously know you did underwater, then sitting in the sky, like, where did you come with the idea of, like, doing this underwater?
I think there was probably a conversation. It's like, well, what kind of places could be cut off from other places?
Yeah.
Like, well, spaceship, summer camp, any island notion, right? Something that's cut off from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So you never felt like you should be able to go over that bridge to New Jersey.
I don't want to apply some deep and meaningful conversation. I think it was one of those ideas that you just kind of say, and then everybody's, that sounds cool, let's try that. Let's go for it.
And I think it lended itself to having very nice views out the window without having to build an insane amount of unique assets.
Right.
By today's standards, we still were a small team back then. And there's an expectation that because you're underwater, the view distances are going to be short, so you can really kind of fade out into the fog at a short distance and not have the expectation that, why can't I see forever? So there's a lot of limitations in a good way that we put on ourselves by being underwater, as opposed to, like, if you're on a cruise ship, then you'd expect to see across the water, and we'd have to deal with that. Same thing with an island.
Or
and
a city in the sky.
Exactly.
Which was a lot more complicated, yeah.
So you came up with the idea of, let's do this underwater, let's do this sort of isolated place. Then you had to answer the question of, why would someone build this? Is that sort of how it worked, sort of order of operations? You then had to come up with a story to explain?
Yeah, I think we wanted a very believable reason why they'd be there. And sort of the necessary isolation of the place sort of led to, well, what kind of person would want to do this? And I wasn't even particularly aware of the sort of political implications of what I was reading, but I've been reading, I had read The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand, and I mostly thought it was an interesting story. Like, I didn't realize that people were sort of basing their sort of political lives around it, because I wasn't that tuned in to that stuff at that point. And so, but I love the dialogue and the kind of speechifying in it, because you can see a video game character speaking with that kind of certainty and that kind of confident philosophy. It just seemed like a natural kind of thing to apply to this place. And so it just sort of all came together as a sort of who is the guy who would do this? Well, that character. It was sort of this amalgamation of characters from Ayn Rand's books and Ayn Rand herself. This sort of idealistic person who says, well, the only way to do this is to separate from the rest of the world. And that led to Andrew Ryan.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone.
We knew from a technical standpoint that we wanted isolation. We also knew to sell it, we needed a compelling storyline, a backstory that why would this place exist? Otherwise, how are we going to make Rapture feel like it's lived in if we don't have the reason for it to be there? So once once we decided on the underwater location and then the closed off spaces, that objectivist story kind of came in and made the art stronger and made the level design stronger because we could feed back into that loop.
And I think that's why we had to have sort of Andrew Ryan's pitch right at the beginning of the game. We wanted people to understand why somebody would go there. And so he makes this very personal one-to-one pitch to the gamer, but also that was the pitch he'd make to people, which was, there's a place that you can be free of all these things, where you could not be sort of put upon by the government and not be afraid of nuclear war and not be afraid of all these other things that will plague you on the surface. We wanted that pitch to sort of resonate and make sense, because that's, otherwise by the time you got there you'd be like, well, this place is just fantasy, nobody would ever come here. And that the beauty of the place also was also tied into that. It had to be a very attractive proposition, or people who would believe that people would go leave their lives and go to the bottom of the ocean.
I'm sure in some ways you had to convince the team and enroll them in your sort of vision of who this character was going to be and what the setting was going to be. How did that work, Sean? I mean, did Ken come in and say, hey, I've been reading these books, and I think we could sort of...
I believe he just came in one day on a horse and said, Ayn Rand, everybody read The Fountainhead.
Exactly. I bought 30 copies of
Yeah, I think,
here's a 2,000-page book or something.
Yeah.
Go read it.
I mean, really, it was more organic. Like I said, we knew that we had this location, and you struggle to fill it with stories, and you struggle to find meaning of why does this place exist? What's my motivation? And as Ken started to explore Ayn Rand a little more and started talking to us about it, and we were having that conversation, and it's like, oh, this could totally work. Like, this is exciting. Like, this is something that really hasn't been done in a video game before. And if we had flipped it and come up with the idea first before the location, I don't think we would have really been that excited about it. But we had a location, and now we're trying to fill it with that story, and because of the order of operation there, you start to get excited, like, oh, I could totally make this work. This is going to really make it feel like a lived-in space.
As you think of sort of the the setting, and you think of maybe a character or something, was there a moment that you think back, it's like, oh, like right then and there, like I got excited when you attached the Ayn Rand
For me,
stuff
it was
to
going to Rockefeller Center. And seeing the visual. I told this story before, but my wife and I were in New York, and we went to Rockefeller Center, which was, if you go to Rockefeller Center, it basically looks exactly like Rapture. It's because every building, you're sort of encircled, it's this block in New York, or a couple of blocks in New York, where Radio City Music Hall is, and where 30 Rockefeller Plaza is, where you see that show 30 Rock, and the ice skating rink, and where they put the Christmas tree, and it's this very iconic location, but what's cool about it, it's all one, unlike the rest of the city. Everywhere you look, it's one architectural style. It's Art Deco. And it's very iconic Art Deco. And my wife and I were there, and we were sort of working on the game, and we didn't have a visual style. And all of a sudden, I started looking around, and I said, oh, this could be a visual for the game. Also, the geometry of it was actually quite conducive to making a video game, because it wasn't overly complicated geometry. Art Deco is quite
bold and simple.
Bold and geometric, and simple. And so my wife and I bought a couple of tourist cameras before iPhone cameras,
exactly. Throwaway cameras,
Yeah, throwaway cameras, those little Kodak things, and we just started photographing doorknobs and light fixtures, and sort of developed the photos. Remember that? Brought them in and said,
come to the office, here's a stack of stuff,
here's a stack of photos.
Take a look.
I'll see you guys in a couple of years. Go make this.
The artist would not fear the censor, where the scientist would not be bound by petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, Rapture can become your city as well.
So you had kind of a theme, you came up with an art style, some of the iconic characters, and then, you really had to build the narrative around it. And you've talked about, a lot of the themes in the game, and, greed, jealousy, sex, violence, all the things that sort of, drive us or what destroy us. And that was something I think that, as you thought about the story of the game, you wanted to, I'm sure, reflect some of those, right? Because I think people love the characters, it's sort of flawed in a way, and this is a world which is its own little microcosm, but had a lot of tension inside of it.
Yeah, I mean, the character of Ryan was sort of, he's basically invisible through most of the game, right? Except for a very small portion. But he's very present because the city is him, right? It's such a representation of him. We never want to cut away to a cutscene where you saw Andrew Ryan, planning and scheming. We wanted him to be very present without actually being present. But once you had Ryan, and once you had his desire to protect this vision of his, you just had to then come up with the characters who'd be arrayed in opposition to him. So we had this character, the Big Daddy, and then eventually the character of Little Sister. And so characters like Tenenbaum came along. Like, here's a person who's in opposition to him for this reason. And then you have, for more noble reasons. And then you have a character like Atlas, who's much more cynical opposition. Once we had all those characters arrayed, we're like, well, who are you? And you ended up being a sort of a pawn in the middle of all this opposition to Ryan. We just kept sort of homing in on that theme and making sure that you weren't, eventually figuring out that you couldn't just be here by an accident, that you're an integral part of this story, even though you don't know you're an integral part of this story. You think you're just there by happenstance.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see light coming from his belly. Wait a minute, he's still breathing. It's all right. I know he'll be an angel soon.
There you go, guys. That's the director's commentary. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, get a little bit of insight in the game is always a nice thing. Alright, we don't have too much more for tonight. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. We already hit him. Alright. He has a cream-filled cake. Whap, whap, whap. Whiskey? Where's whiskey? Bad whiskey. Bad for you having whiskey. No wonder you got killed.
I'm your better.
I'm not a bad person!
Yeah, the bad.
He's terribly funny, but his wife... Wait. Tell the minister he'll just have to wait. It's my daughter's winning, not his.
These shine shoes. No, I didn't want.
Security alert in progress.
The money.
It sucks to be you.
Blood everywhere! Get me back like
Oh, she wasn't very bright. What the heck?
It's Ryan! Goddamn Andrew Ryan! Found him! Damn it! They shut off access to Neptune. There's another way to get there. Head to medical. What are you waiting for? Go!
Oh, you're medical. You just killed a bunch of people.
Fuck! Right! You're trapped! Gonna try to override the exit from here.
So tell me, friend, which one of the bitches sent to you? The KGB wolf or the CIA jackal? Here's the news. Rapture isn't some sunken ship for you to plunder. And Andrew Ryan isn't a giddy socialite who can be strapped around by government muscle. And with that, farewell, or das Vidania, Jerry.
Haha, I escaped. Na 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 boo boo. Chicken doo doo.
Now you've met Andrew Ryan, the bloody king of Rapture. Now find your way to emergency access.
Use emergency access.
Darling, you shouldn't have.
That's for map. That's a vending machine. It looks like a clown. So
The parasite hates three things: free mind, free will, and free man.
reveal tiles. to do any of that. What the heck are you? Dog,
Love this, just adore it.
Keep away from my sanctions!
Let me in. Dude.
Ryan and Adam. Adam and Ryan. All those years of study, and was I ever truly a surgeon before I met them? How we plinked away with our scalpels and toy morality. Yes, we could lop a boil here and shave down a beak there, but could we really change anything? No. But Adam gives us the means to do it. And Ryan frees us from the phony ethics that held us back. Change your look, change your sex, change your race. It's yours to change. Nobody else's.
Huh, okay. Well, I'll take that. Why not?
Dr. Simon said he'd release me today. Ryan didn't come to see me since the New Year's attack, not once. But Dr. Steinman was very attentive. He told me that once the scar tissue was gone, he was gonna fix me right up, make me prettier than any girl I've ever seen. He's sweet, all right. And so interested in my case.
What's the matter, Mary? You look like you went through some boost.
I don't feel so great. I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous, and sometimes I'm even seeing things that aren't there.
That's just the plasmid blues, Mary. You just need to slow down a bit on the splicing. Before you know it, you'll be as right as rain. Remember, a smart splicer is a happy splicer. If you want to use the emergency access, you'll be needing Dr. Steinman's key. He's the one that runs this place. We don't expect to hand it to you out of the milk of humankind. Steinman ain't that kind, and frankly, I'm not even sure he's still human.
What is
micro.
How can I help you if you won't come to me?
No.
More mouths to feed.
Yes?
Feed it up.
Now I have to go collect all the dead ones.
Darling, is that you? Sorry? How dare you touch me? That won't work for long.
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
Hold on a second then. Remember what Andrew Ryan says. If you do that, the bandits win. Take your hand and we'll rock. Go out and shot. It's the Rapture
Why's all these handbags empty?
Talk. But in the end, they've got nothing to offer society. Just more mouths to feed. You promised me pretty, Steiner. You promised me pretty. Now look at me. Look at me! You call that tenderloin? If you serve that in any respectable hotel in New York, they'd laugh you out of town.
You keep an eye peeled for Steinman. The daft bastard set up shop in the surgery wing. You want to find him? Just follow the blood.
They always arrive with outstretched hands. They're attuned for the
Adam presents new problems for the profession. As your tools improve, so do your standards. There was a time I was happy enough to take off a wart or two, or turn a real circus freak into something you can show in the daylight, but that was then, when we took what we got. But with Adam, the flesh becomes clay. What excuse do we have not to sculpt and sculpt and sculpt until the job is done?
Remember, all them machines will short out right and proper if you hit them with electrovolts.
What's that?
Hello, tacky little nothing!
Keep away from
What the heck? That's medical.
That gets a girl's blood flowing. That gets a girl's blood flowing.
We've got to have standards, even in troubled times.
Do I get my...
She didn't fit in anyway. I don't care where she's gone.
Annie, God, come here and say that to my face.
More money?
Adam presents new problems for the professional. As your tools improve, so do your standards. There was a time I was happy enough to take off a water tool or turn a real circus freak into something you can show in the daylight, but that was then. When we took what we got, but with Adam, the flesh becomes clay. What excuse do we have not to sculpt and sculpt and sculpt until the job is done?
Tell the minister he'll just have to wait. It's my daughter.
I just want to be able...
Outstretched hands. You're a tune for water. I'll grab you, but so late.
That's dumb. I don't know how to get... I am completely lost on how to use that thing. That's not it. First aid kit. Ah, there it is. Yeah, I was trying to figure out. Hey, 7 Love None. I was trying to figure out how to use the first aid kit. The controls are really weird on this thing, so you have to know it. Let's see. We're not gonna...
How many catastrophes were launched with the words, think of yourself? It's the king and country about who like to...
There's none left. There's none left.
No. Yeah, I haven't really played this game very much. I have all of them. But I haven't really played this one too much. Diary.
On the surface, the parasite expects the doctor to heal them for free, the farmer to feed them out of charity. How little they differ from the pervert who prowls the streets looking for a victim he can ravish for his grotesque amusement.
Money's always nice. Got nothing. Trash man's got nothing. No money. Nothing. How are you doing tonight? Money. Nothing. Oh. Lots of money. Heard a gun. Oh, there she is. Heck yeah. I feel ya. It's getting late here. Let's see, we'll hack this. Or hack it. Oh, wow. Go figure. Oh crap, what am I doing? Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you're trying them out. Where are you from? Around Eastern Standard Time or across the lake or what? I don't need to heal for $10. That's a lot of freaking money. Buffalo, New York? Yeah. Looks like you guys got some snow coming your way. It's gonna miss us, but it doesn't look like it's gonna miss you guys. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm from Ohio, so we don't see any of that here. But we did have a couple tornadoes this summer. Just before winter hit. Oh yeah, fall, we had a couple tornadoes. with all this global warming and stuff, Ohio didn't really get any snow this year. We usually get a little bit. Well, we used to get quite a few. Let's fix it real quick. Options, audio. Let's turn this one down. Let's turn this one down. Let's turn this one down. Voice over volume. Let's turn this one down. Okay. Hopefully that. Okay. There we go. Yeah, with the global warming and stuff, we used to get, when I was a kid, we used to get like 3 to 5 feet of snow every year. Christmas time, guaranteed 3 to 5. Now, if we get 1 to 2 inches, we're lucky. Shoot. Ooh. This one's hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato. Oh, no, that's not right. Hot potato. Hot potato. Oh, crap. Hot potato. Hot potato. Got it. I used to play these type of games when I was a kid. Back when Windows 3.1 was a thing. Definitely shows my age. So, yeah. So we have Lake Erie. Like, we're about 7 minutes, probably about 10 minutes from Lake Erie. So yeah, you guys probably, depending on where you're at in New York, you said Buffalo, so yeah, you're like north. So yeah, you guys probably get the same crap that we get every once in a while.
It has been brought to my attention that some citizens have discovered ways to hack the vending machines. I should not need to remind each and every citizen of Rapture that free enterprise is the foundation upon which our society has been established. Parasites will be punished.
Oh man, here I am hacking all this stuff. I'm a parasite. I kind of want to go down here, but I'm afraid.
Steinman, I know Medical Pavilion is your manor. You might want to cogitate on this. Ocean water is colder than a witch's tip. You don't heat the pipes freeze. Pipes freeze, pipes burst. Then Rapture leaks. Now, I realise you're a posh sort of geezer, and frankly, I don't give a toss if you piss or go fishing. But once Rapture starts leaking, the old girl's never gonna stop. And then I'll be sure to tell Ryan he's got you to thank.
Huh. Yeah, no, 4 feet over there is nothing. That's for sure. Oh, this is good. No potato chips, that's for sure. Potato chips. Potato chips. Adam denies the same excuse for not being something. I don't know what that word is. Well, hopefully you guys don't get too much snow here pretty soon. It looks like it's going to be pretty brutal in the next couple days. I don't want... I'll take it. Not drinking it though. I'm pretty sure this kills you. Wow. No beer for me. No beer for me. Come on, more beer. Well, apparently we're supposed to get into the negative 30s and 40s this week, I was told. I heard 20s, I've heard 30s, and I've heard 40s in the negatives, so it could go either way, to be honest with you. I don't know if you'll get to New York like that, but Ohio's looking like it's going to get hit. Yeah, wind chill already, like today, it's like, I think it's 19, no, it's 27 right now, but it feels like it's 5 degrees outside, so. It won't be too much longer before the temperature starts to get.
Parasite has his eye on Rapture. Keep your eye on the parasite.
Yeah, it's supposed to get really cold tonight. Oh look, it's Big Daddy. Look at my kid. Look at her. So adorable with her pet.
Sometimes I forget which.
Yeah, it's supposed to be crappy, man. I don't know what it's gonna look like the next couple days, but it's gonna be crappy.
This is quite incredible.
So do you usually get on Twitch at nighttime or no?
A man entitled to a few mistakes. Why do we have two eyes? Is there some law that says we must? 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 ears, 2 breasts. I'm not finished! Not finished!
You'll have to find some way to get through to surgery and Steinman. Chin up now. The Lord hates a quitter. I can hear that splicer sounding off like it's the 4th of July. Explosives are hard to come by down here. If you get your hands on one of them telekinesis plasmids, you could catch the damn firebombs and toss it right back in his gob. Or anything else that might be standing in your way.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I like playing Fallout, but I just taking a break from that for the moment. I figure
Approaching a little sister is a criminal offense. Do not approach the little sisters.
I like playing Fallout and that, but sometimes you just have to have a break from it. Yeah, Netflix has got a lot of cool stuff on there. Disney Plus has that new Skeleton Crew. Star Wars, if you're into Star Wars, it's really good. I watched 3 of them, and I like it so far. Yeah, I'm gonna play all of them. I have all of them downloaded, so I'm gonna play all of them. So, well, this one's gonna be a hard one. Ooh, this is not going good. Not good. Oh, it got me. Okay. Hey, Panadot. Yeah, I haven't played this one. Start at. Oopsie, there we go. 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 Okay, we got that one.
Welcome to the circus.
How are you doing tonight, Penoid? Penoid. Penoid. I think I said that right. Let me know if I butchered it. I hope I didn't. I hacked that. Hacked that. Well, let's see. Another one. Well, that's not gonna work.
Welcome to the circus of value.
I didn't think that was gonna work. I'm like the retro gamer. Was born in the 80s, so I like games that revolve around strategy. So anything that's, you know, strategy or RPG I like. I do play Fortnite. I do play shooters. Black Ops. Pentoid. Okay, Pentoid. Thank you. I just got interested in a lot of the stuff, so I've kind of always been into these type of games. I like the aesthetics. I like the artwork. I go to a lot of gaming conventions, so I get to see some of the new stuff that hasn't come out yet. And I've been playing a lot of this stuff here recently, so decided to get back into it.
out.
Huh. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. Shift.
This one's a great mystery.
BioShock is one of my favorite games. I like the addition to the story. There's also something of a compliment to critic. Neoliberalism. Yeah. I've always liked unique games that had a decent, philosophy on life. There's not too many of them though. I'm guessing you've played this game.
What's the matter, Frank? It's this thinning hair, Jim. Every day there's less and less. You know, the problem's not in your hair. It's in your genes. Hey, I don't go in for all that slicing stuff. My buddy says it's not safe. Shows you what your buddy knows. Go over to Genetic Horizons for a trial of fresh hair. Fresh hair is not only gives you a full head of thick hair, but it's 100% safe. Full head of hair? And 100% safe? Maybe it's time for me to get a little fresh hair. Welcome to the Circus of Value!
Andrew Ryan asks you a simple question. Are you a man or a slave?
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
I feel like I'm missing something. Consider to bad. So they automatically assigns you the task.
I am beautiful, yes. Look at me. What could I do? What could I do to make my features finer? With Adam and my scalpel, I have been transformed. But is there not something better? What if now it is not my skill that fails me, but my imagination?
I think the guy's lost his mind a little bit. There is a map, yeah. Machine. Health station, health station. It looks like you're supposed to be able to get to this room right here. You gotta get to there. But I can't get through here. Like I said, I feel like I'm missing something. And I can't get through here. That's the airlock I just tried. And I'm pretty sure I can't get through here. I figured it out.
Quick, someone shut the door! Wait.
Shot him and he said, ouch. Grenade box, of course it's empty, right? Ugh. Electric buck. I don't know what that means, but okay. He must not like this lady. Yeah, it sucks.
When Picasso became bored of painting people, he started representing them as cubes and other abstract forms. The world called him a genius. I've spent my entire surgical career creating the same tired shapes over and over again. The upturned nose, the cleft chin, the ample bosom. Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could do with a knife what that old Spaniard did with a brush?
Feels like a morgue.
Security cameras. I can hear the infernal things all around you. Ryan's eyes and ears.
So many empty cupboards and cabinets. Maybe the furnace should be upgraded. Physical tonic after your genes to alters your genes to improve your physical abilities. Like all tonics, physical tonics are passive, meaning that they have their effects automatically when installed. You can increase the number of physics tonics available to you at once by buying physical tonic slots at the Gatherer's Garden using atoms from Little Sisters. Okie dokie. Power up. I still feel like I'm missing something.
Uncivil,
Parasite wanders the halls.
There we go, that's what we needed. Cut screen.
Light up foes to 1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spreads.
And the fly spoil our hearts. 1,000 after the man of woman decides its
This house. This is our place. Die here and now, parasite. Your infecting this whole place. This house. This is our place. But his wife has become so much weight. You're not one of us! You're infecting everything! Go away! Here now! Away!
flammable.
All roads in Rapture lead to Ryan. The security, the splicers, the big daddies, the little sisters. He pumps some kind of chemical scent in the air. Pheromones, they call it. Makes them all dance to his tune.
Pretty much he just cooked all of them. There's your French fries. The charred remains. At least they still got money. The money's not flammable. I always feel like you have to like look everything over, because if you don't, you miss something important. Like that right there. Machine gun rounds. I know this is, I don't think this is the way down. Or maybe it is. Oh, it is. Okay. There we go. Wow. You said you wanted some French fries, right? These extra crispy. And he came with potato chips too. There is. It's upstairs. Gotta go there in a minute.
Hanger on, Paris. Mind your bastard manners. Clean it up. No, Ben Brand. That's all your time is good. Don't you disrespect me.
Ooh. Well, I heard one run off, but no clue where. So yes, there is an air frozen doorway. There's an air frozen doorway. It's upstairs. It goes to the funeral home. What the heck was that? Oh! No, no, no. I feel like I'm missing something.
At the German prison camp, they put me to work on genetic experiments on other prisoners. They call me Das Wunderkind, the Wonder Child. Germans. All they can talk about is blue eyes and the shape of forehead. All I care about is why is this one born strong and that one weak? This one smart, that one stupid. All that killing. You think the Germans could have been interested in something useful?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to get into that one. I feel like I need to go backwards a little bit. Really? Really? I really thought that would have worked. Did what you said, I jumped, I wiggled and I jiggled. Jump, jump, jump. Wiggle, wiggle. I don't believe I'm alone. That was fun. As you can see, jumped through that window, turned around, this guy was here trying to kill me, so I beat him.
What is that there?
When signs are cloudy and gray, they're only gray.
Tacky little... That won't work for long.
Oh yeah? Woo! He's a feisty one. Well, that didn't work out for you, lady. Thanks for the gun.
And dream your troubles away.
Ooh, $19.
Castles may tumble, that's fate after all.
That far?
Life's really
There, I'm
funny that
magic.
way. No use to grumble, silence they fall. Weren't you king for a day?
Don't want that.
Just remember that sunshine always follows the rain.
Bag of potato chips. He wants me to go that way. Okay.
Came here to be a star. Not too late, not too late.
A rapture reminder.
Okay, so here's that other one we're talking about.
Report any unexplained water problem.
Hey, controller cowboy. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for the raid, buddy. What's the matter, buddy? Yeah, the fire is real. Got some potato chips at least. Hey, I am having a great stream, cowboy. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, fella, don't you want to take a walk with me?
Ooh! Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, that really hurt. There's a safe back here. Well, that's alright. Oh, this is bad news. There we go. Hopefully there's something nice in here. $17, 900 or 9 double out Bach, 3 armor person rounds. Whatever, take them. Cream-filled cake. God knows how old it is, but whatever. Alright, buddy. Well, have yourself a good night. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, or follow. I will be back on tomorrow night, same time, same game too. I'm gonna be on this game for a couple days, so feel free to join us. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Also, starting, I want to say January 17th, I'm going to start doing like giveaways. So feel free to jump on the 17th. I think it's the 17th. I'll make sure to update on the Twitch channel so you see it. And if you want, you can also join the Discord, but I don't know. I try not to push the Discord too much because most people don't have time for Discord. But have yourself a wonderful night. Sleep well, buddy. Well, no, I didn't put a code in, so how could it be incorrect?
Like the sound of that. I won't hurt you. I just want to see what's inside. Guess it was just the wind.
Where did he go? Pause for 1 second. I feel like he's somewhere hiding. There's nothing there. Ah! Right to the face. Ooh, you tried, bro. Why do I feel like he's still in here? Where's the code? like the code's gotta be somewhere.
Mark my words. Hang her on!
I have no clue where you came from. Where did you come from?
He's gone, I guess. I can still smell his
Nurse, help me find this patient, nurse.
Still can't find it. Sucks because honestly, I bet you. Twilight Fields. Right there's the code, guys. Yeah, maybe look at my replay and saw it.
Hey, Bella. Is that... Make it stop! Come here. Oh.
Did it. Yeah, I feel like you should be able to get through there somehow. Alright. Time to get back to the regular mission, guys. Woo! not going through that one. Wait a second. They came through here. And it's just some pretty damn good shit.
Trial Lot 44, Dr. Su Chong, client Fontaine Futuristics. Subject is white male, one Roland Wallace. Can you hear me, Mr. Wallace?
Yes, sir, Mr. Su Chong, sir.
Very well. Right, I'm introducing Lot 44 now. We've codenamed the Lot 44 Enrage because of its tendency to... Nurse? Hold him down! Nurse!
things in life the stars belong to everyone. They gleam there for you and me. The flowers in spring, the robins, the sunbeams that shine, they're yours, they're mine, and love can come to everyone. The
Clinical trial lot 23, Dr. Sujong, client Fontaine Futuristics. Work on telekinesis plasmid proceeding well. Lifting objects at distance presents no problem. Moving objects through space, no problem. Cannot stop speeding bullet, but can catch and throw faster moving object. Problem not with plasmid. Problem with reaction time. Sujong just getting an idea for plasmid.
They're shining up there. The flowers in spring, the robins that sing, the sunbeams that shine, they're yours, they're mine, and love can come to everyone.
Throw objects at foes. You can even catch grenades and throw them back.
The best things in life are free. The best things in life are free.
What is the most vicious of
Typical behavior for someone with your condition.
slavery? The Holocaust.
They're running! Someone get them!
All that business is built. Out.
Let's, oh, that's not what I wanted.
And the great
Damn it.
How dare
Welcome to the Circus of Values!
Andrew Ryan asks you a simple question. Are you a man or a slave?
you, but sometimes I have to. I'm covered in this filth. Disgusting.
Today I had lunch with the goddess.
Was it on the key return?
She said, I'm here to free you from the tyranny of the common.
Was it on the key return thing though? What do you mean?
I asked her, what do you mean, goddess? Symmetry, dear Steinman. It's time we did something about symmetry.
I tried to help, but sometimes I make mistakes.
I never found the key for the one place, no.
Get him! Have your heart tearing to bits!
Die! Don't like them when they're filthy.
Well. This is quite incredible.
The doctor has to touch so many filthy things. It's disgusting.
I do not know I'm gonna do that one.
Looks familiar. This is
Leave this place. Slow it down. Crawling. Crawling.
anything good in there. Yeah.
Aphrodite is blocking the hall, shimmering like a scalpel. Steinman, she calls. Steinman, I have
Dakota, if you want to feel, if you like this type of stuff, you can go ahead and follow me.
She cuts me into a
I'll be doing this all week. If this is your type of games.
What can I do with this one, Aphrodite? She won't stay still! I want to make them beautiful, but they always turn out wrong! That one too fat! This one too tall! This one too symmetrical! And now... What's this, guys? An intruder! He's ugly! 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 Look at you!
Got him.
Alright. It was time somebody took care of that sick bastard. Make sure you get the key off Steinman and head back to emergency access. I'm working my way to the backside of Port Neptune myself. We'll get there soon enough.
Not what she wanted.
4-0 silk and down.
The nose looks terrific, Dr. Steinman. Doctor?
You know, looking at it now, I didn't realize how much her face sags. Scalpel?
Excuse me?
Scalpel.
Doctor, she's not booked for a facelift.
Let's just come in here and...
Doctor, stop cutting. Doctor, stop cutting. Get me the chief of surgery. Get me the chief of surgery now!
I feel like there's something back here, but you can't get to it. First aid kits. Ah. Got that one too. Just trying to make sure I get through everything. Really need to figure out how to get into that. I gotta go all the way back there. Not too concerned about not getting in there. That's just way too much of a headache. But we are gonna go back and see if we can get into this one. And once we get back to that, that's going to be it for the night. We will continue this tomorrow night. Hopefully you guys can all join again. Ooh. Oh, I didn't hack this one. I tried to hack all these.
What's the matter, Frank?
It's this thinning hair again. Every day there's less and less.
Okay, moving! Nurse! It's a standard procedure!
Your buddy knows. air. Fresh air is not useful. And 100% safe. Fresh air.
Welcome to the circus of value. Feel your cravings at the circus of value.
Sounds like another tunnel collapse. Welcome to Rapture, the world's fastest growing pile of junk. It's a little one. Here's your chance to get some Adam.
Stay away from her, or it is you who will be shot next.
Easy now, Doctor. He's just looking for a wee bit of Adam. Just enough to get by.
I'll not have him hurt my little ones.
It's okay, lad. That's not a child. Not anymore, it ain't. Dr. Tenenbaum saw to that.
Bitte, do not hurt her. Have you no heart?
Aye, that's a pretty sermon coming from the ghoul who cooked up them creatures in the first place. Took fine little girls and turned them into that, didn't you? Listen to me, boyo. You won't survive without the Adam those things are carrying. Are you prepared to trade your life, the lives of my wife and child, for Tenenbaum's little Frankenstein?
Here. There is another way. Use this. Free them from their torment. I will make it to be worth your while. Somehow.
If you harvest her, you can. I'll rescue you.
No! 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 No!
Thank you, mister.
The path
Thank
of the
you.
righteous is not always easy, yes. The reward will become clear in time. Be patient.
Tenenbaum's playing you for a sap. Those things may look like wee little girls, but looks don't make it so. You need all the Adam you can get to survive.
Actually, just go.
If you cross paths with another of them gatherers garden machines, make sure you pick up a new plant or two. Not that the price ain't too dear, of course.
No. 60. Make sure I got everything.
Not only are those little girls veritable atom factories, they're nearly indestructible. They regenerate any wounded flesh with stem versions of the dead cells. But their relationship with the implanted slugs is symbiotic. If you harvest the slug, the host will die. So you see, it's not like killing, Tenenbaum said. It's more like removing a terminal patient from life support.
Alright, I'm gonna click on this. It's gonna play a little documentary thing. A director's commentary. It's usually like 6 minutes long. So let's hit play film and go from there.
BioShock was groundbreaking in many regards when it released in 2007, though fundamentally it shared many consistencies with Irrational's System Shock series. What elements of System Shock translated into BioShock, and what was refined, altered, and innovated upon to create the world of Rapture? Let's take a look at the long road from System Shock to BioShock.
Everyone knows where the game ended up, but I think fans would be interested to learn where this game or the idea of doing this game started. And I think, you know, folks know System Shock and the legacy of that game, huge fan base. Did it start as a System Shock game initially?
No, I mean, because we didn't have the rights to that,
Yeah.
right? We kind of felt that there was more game design to mine there. You know, that it was sort of, we did that one game, and it was sort of the first game that really combined shooting and RPG. And it was a very small budget. You know, it was a very small team, and it was the first game we had ever done. So we got pretty lucky, I think, in terms of how well it came out. But but the odds were sort of stacked against it. And the team, was really enthusiastic about doing a game like that. And time had evolved, and the team was much more. We had done a bunch of games together, and we were, we had a stable technology base, and we were like, okay, well, which System Shock 2 was not. I mean, that engine, no game had ever shipped on that engine. It was a very crude piece of technology. Most of us had never shipped a game at the time. So like, well, what if we had a stable technology base, and we had a team that was more experienced and more seasoned, and we had, an actual, like our director, and which we didn't really have on System Shock 2. What could we do? And so I think there was a lot of enthusiasm in the team to really try to do a more mature version of that kind of game. This is before we had sold the company to Take-Two, and we were an independent developer, right? We were sitting there, we were using the money we made from other development deals we had, and we would try to scrape together whatever time and money we had to work on this thing. And it was not actually something I was particularly keen on doing. The team was much more keen on doing a sort of a System Shock-ish game than I was, because...
That's your pitching, right? Like System Shock 3 at one point, right?
Well, I mean, there was an actual System Shock 3 that we were pitching back in the day when we were right after System Shock 2, but that never happened.
Right.
We couldn't get anybody interested, because System Shock 2 sold like 5 copies, right? And so as the business guy, the guy who had to not only just sort of write the content, but the guy who had to go out and get the deals and pay everybody, I wasn't particularly excited about doing this, because it was very disappointing when we did System Shock 2 and nobody bought it. It got great reviews. It got these insane reviews, but it left us in a place where it didn't really move the needle for us in terms of making payroll. So I wasn't super excited about it, because I didn't see a publisher be interested in it, and I didn't see the audience actually particularly interested in this kind of game. And it was really the team who convinced me to invest in this, because they're enthusiastic. I think a lot of them came to the studio because of System Shock 2. And so finally they sort of battered me down. And it's good they did, because I was not the first fan of doing this.
And I know initially there was something called the Serene Dawn. Was that was a spaceship? Or what was that?
No, that was
the name of a cult, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
That one's, I think, been lost to the... If I remember correctly, Serene Dawn was a cult. You were playing as a deprogrammer that was infiltrating the cult, and your name happened to be Carlos Coelho, who was one of our programmers at the time.
It's named after him, yeah. Then there was a story notion that I always really found interesting, which was that you have these cults, and you have sometimes people who, they're these sort of characters who are really live on the edge of the gray morality, which is these guys who come in and essentially kidnap people out of these cults or rescue them, depending on how you look at it. Because what it really is, from a functional standpoint, it's a kidnapping, right? You're coming to an adult and you're saying, you're hired by their parents or whoever. And this was in the story, it was like a senator whose daughter was joined one of these religious movements called the Serene Dawn, you said?
Yeah,
the Serene Dawn. And I always thought that was a really interesting tension of this hero who's basically a kidnapper and taking a young woman against her will out of the place that she was in. Now, you could also make the other argument that, well, she was not really there by her will. But there's a really interesting conversation that goes on there. I think there was actually a Kate Winslet movie, a Harvey Keitel, Kate Winslet movie, which dealt with a similar theme. Because usually you hear that story, these deprogrammers as a sort of heroic kind of notion, but I always thought that, well, there's something interesting about agency going on there, and about are people entitled to make bad mistakes, or is it a bad mistake? It all depends on the person. And I'm not a fan of religious cults or religion in general, but there seemed to be an interesting discussion of freedom there and independent decision making. And I thought that idea was cool, and that was sort of the basis of it for a while. But it was really mostly for the purpose of we needed something to go out and pitch to publishers, and so we didn't have a ton of time to really develop it. So that sounded like, all right, this will do for now.
And was that pre-Underwater City? I mean, this was just like an idea for a story.
We may have stepped away from that to do the cult thing, but then we went back to the underwater.
No, we had that one room, remember?
We had the one World War II room with the roaches on the ground and like these weird test tube things that you could walk around. I don't know where that fell. It could have been underwater. There was no windows.
The thing is, we were a small business, right? And we were trying to figure out a way to sell this thing with spending the least amount of money, because we didn't have any money. We didn't have a pot to piss in. So we would do this demo. That was one room basically, just to show. And I'd write up a document, and we'd take it around. I'd fly around the country, be like, "Here's our room." It was a different time, And
we had just come off of SWAT 4. One of the advantages we had is that we were so familiar with that engine at that point that we could really start cranking through, small rooms and lighting and making things look good. So
I took it on the road to sell it to somebody, and nobody cared. We'd go to a publisher, and look, they have to make money, right? And then we'd say, oh, it's sort of a spiritual successor to System Shock 2, and they'd be like, well, how did that sell? And I'd be like, my mom likes it, and they would be like, well, we can't, and usually we'd be talking to a fan. A lot of executives, like sort of junior executives, were fans of System Shock, and they'd go to their boss and they'd be super excited, and their boss would open up, their Excel spreadsheet and be like, no, we can't do this. And I think the pitch probably evolved as we kept trying different permutations trying to sell, but we're also out there trying to sell like 2 or 3 other things at the time. We had a pitch for a game called Monster Island, and
well, our SWAT 5 pitch was...
Zombie SWAT.
Yeah, we had just come off of SWAT 4, which is like hardcore tactical, and we decided they wanted us to do another SWAT, and we didn't really want to do another hardcore tactical game, so we're like, what if we added zombies to SWAT? Like, you're a SWAT team that fights zombies and werewolves. That sounds awesome. And it was like, no, it doesn't.
And this is before, before zombies were a thing.
Yeah.
And so we came with this thing called Division 9.
Division 9, yeah.
That probably would have been even a bigger financial success than BioShock.
Wow.
But we couldn't get anybody interested in it.
We didn't have enough werewolves in the demo, I think.
We had 0 werewolves in the demo. Yeah, we were going to have werewolves, weren't we?
Werewolves and vampires. That was the
whole, really?
Yeah,
werewolves,
the whole,
vampires, zombies?
Just throw it all the Universal Studios monsters from like...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what happened is we couldn't sell it. but
Steamboot.com,
we're always sort of
huh?
independent-minded. And so I said, well, what if we sort of did this in reverse? Instead of getting a publisher first and then going doing a press tour on it, what if we sort of did the press first? Yeah. And we called up a guy, Andrew Park, who's at GameSpot at the time, who was a fan of System Shock 2 and a great guy. And I said, will you come out and look at this thing we're doing and write a story on it? And he was like, sure. And Andrew flew out and we showed him what we had, which is this very, very rudimentary thing about an underwater base. And he wrote up an article and featured as that this is the spiritual successor to System Shock 2. And the next day, the phone started ringing from publishers who now all of a sudden saw the article was getting all this pickup and all these comments, and people were excited. And that really, I think, put it over the top in terms of being able to sell it, even though it was not BioShock at that point. It was called BioShock, but it was not BioShock. There would have been I don't think there would have been a game. We never would have sold it without Andrew coming out and doing that.
My belly's full of angel's blood.
The great will not be constrained by the small.
Stop taking the B-grade plasma.
His eye. Rapture, keep your eye on the parasite.
Where am I at? Have I even been in here before? Oh, that's right. I'm trying to get over here.
You're ready now. Time to take on one of them big daddies. It won't be easy, but it's the only way to get the little sisters and the atom they carry.
Why? What the hell?
No! 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 No!
Give it.
Thank you.
I was at German prison camp, only 16 years old when I realized I have love for science. German doctor, he make experiment. Sometimes he makes scientific error. I tell him of this error, and this make him angry. But then he asks, how can a child know such a thing? I tell him sometimes I just know. He screams at me, then why tell me? Well, I said, if you are going to do such things, at least you should do them properly.
Are you almost back to emergency access? Come through as soon as you get there. You got Ryan's eye now. You won't hear them coming, but it'll be there before you know it.
What's the matter, Mary?
I'm busy, I'm nauseous. Things that aren't there.
That's just the last bit of news, Mary. Slow down a bit on the splicing before you know it, you'll be.
Disease! You're disease! Quick! Someone shut the door! Keep away from my patient! Slept in weeks. Don't worry. I'm a professional. You question my judgment!
Security alert deactivated. Thank you for your patience.
I don't know how you managed it, but you did. Come through to Port Neptune now. I'm looking forward to shaking your hand.
Alright guys, this is it for the night. If you guys like what you're seeing, feel free to drop a like, a follow, subscribe, YouTube or Twitch. I'll be on tomorrow night. Probably do 2 hours. Maybe another chapter. You guys have a good night. Wish I can save here. Save here.
Now you've had the pleasure of Andrew Ryan's company. He's the one who built this place, and he's the one who ran it into the ground. Nobody knows exactly what happened. Maybe he went mad. Maybe the power got to him. Maybe he just decided he didn't like people. Whichever way you slice it, good men died. My family's in a submarine hidden in the foundation of Fontaine Fisheries. I'll meet you there.
Okie dokie, let's quit. Ooh, 3 little sisters. Ooh, and 1 documentary. Quit the windows. Have a good night, guys. I appreciate you.